Oh, man, I brought my black ass back in here today, Phil. Shout out to Phil, the podcast doctor, my buddy. Man, I had to come in here today. It was nothing going to stop me from coming in here today because I am so tired of being sick and tired. I am so tired of the conversations that don't even make sense to the people having them. You ever had a conversation and it didn't even make sense to you?
Yep.
We are engaged in conversations with people who don't even know. You sound stupid. And these flag-toting ass people who have, let me just take my time because I got a lot to get to. Thank you so much, everyone, for following the show. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We will be here Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We got a big special coming up. We're going to announce it tomorrow. D'Amica Page and some great guests, an election special, so stay with us for that. D'Amica Page is out there doing whatever she's doing. We love her so much. We appreciate her. Listen, this storm, for those of who may live here in Florida, where I broadcast from, we pray for you and your family. We took a gigantic hit up in the Big Bend area of Florida. It seems like the Big Bend can't win for losing. No. That is the second storm to hit that area in the last year. And so we want to continue to keep those people in our prayers. But I just want to talk about, and I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, but not really. I'm like right up on the line. And so the storm is going fast. And it moves through Georgia and Florida, and it gets to the tri-state area, the Tennessee, Carolina corner. And it just stops, and it just does amazing devastation to a wonderful and very beautiful area field. That area near the Biltmore is just an amazing, beautiful area of the country. And
yeah, I hear it.
And many of those people there are retirees who have left Florida and other places to go and retire. The seasons are amazing in that area. And so the storm just stops and plops right in that area, and devastation has hit. No communications for a lot of people. There still a lot of people missing, and we want to keep those people in our prayers and their family members. I got a few friends up there that we haven't heard from, and I hope they're all right. It's amazing to me when I watch this and talk to two of my buddies who's working for agencies up there, who have been dispatched up there, and one's a black guy. I want to say this for a reason. He's a black guy, and he's a black police officer. And he says that it reminds him of the devastation that he saw working the same kind of task force at Katrina. And I'm listening to these people that we can hear from because they're not a lot, because all communications is gone. The bridges and the roads are wiped out because people sought that rural, peaceful environment. And I'm listening to this, and the data says, the numbers say that these aren't poor blacks. These aren't poor black people. More likely, these are white people. And these are white people. Many have worked really hard to buy retirement homes in the beautiful plush mountains. I'm 100% with that. I got, again, several friends who live in that area. And these people are stranded in their homes. Several are missing. And this is why you got to be careful when we allow people to draw us into a conversation. The devastation is real. That region has been totally shut down, power's knocked out, communications knocked out, and the vice president and the president of the United States of America have made a statement, or even if they really made a statement, that no matter who you vote for, let me just say this, people, if you're a voter, let's take voter hats off. Let's take partisan conversation hats off today. I watched this clip and my mouth dropped open of the vice president in Georgia having a press conference talking about what they had set up for the people of North Carolina. Can you play this clip, my friend?
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met.
Okay, stop it. $750. And then they go on to say, you got to sign up online. Nobody has internet. Nobody has power.
How?
Again, let me just say this for real. This administration, let's just seriously, it's hard not to take, this is a battleground state. Nobody gives a damn, a shit, yeah, I said it, about these people, and they're not black like our friends and our loved ones in New Orleans. The fact of the matter is, there's a point that comes along that you all can be shat on. When I see the vice president of the United States in a state that is vital to victory for her party, and don't even go. She goes to Georgia, then he comes up with this cockamamie-ass excuse, well, you know, we can't get there because of security. Stop it. Those people need help. They are American citizens, many of which who paid into this system longer than we've been alive, and they're stranded on mountains with waters. And you go there and you say, play that again, man. See, this is what I try to tell people.
And assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for.
Okay, stop, man. Come on, y'all. If you are a Democrat and you live in the state of North Carolina and you still take your dumb ass to a polling booth near you and press that button, then you get whatever you got coming. This, I don't care what party you're in. This is not cool. And I'm going to make it even more, I'm going to present it even more so tonight that it's not cool. It's hurtful. It's disrespectful. I can't even think of anything else. You go up there and tell those people you're going to give them $750. Oh, just like you did to people in Hawaii when their houses burned down. Okay? What? How is this okay in America? Especially when 2 days ago we gave Taiwan $567 million. 2 days ago, just 2 days.
Wrong one.
Just 2 days ago, Biden approved $567 million in defense support for Taiwan. Defending themselves against who? China? $567 million in last 13 minutes. Like, what are we doing? $750 for people who have worked their asses off and found a nice, quiet, cool, chill spot in Asheville and the surrounding towns. Man, I don't care. If you vote for this party, you a total ass crack. And let me tell you why I say that. Not just because the devastation we've seen in Asheville, because look at the money we have given away. Watch this. Can you do that for me, Phil? Mm-hmm. See, this is the problem, okay? First of all, FEMA came out today and said there's no money left to respond to hurricanes.
You want this one?
And they ran through their budget. I'm going to tell you how FEMA ran through their budget so far this year. United States, right? Put that back up. Make that bigger than me. That's way more important, right?
All right, here you go.
So far this year, the United States has given $24 billion to the Ukraine, $11 billion to Israel, $1 billion to Ethiopia, $1.6 billion to Jordan, $1.4 billion to Egypt. Afghanistan got $1 billion. Somalia got $1 billion. Yemen got $1 billion. The Congo, $987. Syria, $896. $9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the United States illegally. They got 9 G's. An American who bust their ass and built something and worked hard gets $750 when they lose everything to a natural disaster. Come on. Well, I'm the only one pissed off about this. This should be a losing proposition. Go look at this numbers, man. It's like we're driving down the highway, throwing money away, but we see somebody who served this country, who bust their ass and built a business, who worked extra hard to create something. Oh, no, you don't count. Hey, you just snuck in? Here, boom. How are we okay with this? And I don't want to hear all the bullshit propaganda and the media. The media, let me just say something about the media, man. The most effective devil in America, MEDIA.
Wait, say that again?
Most effective devil in America, media.
Oh.
I am so amazed by the type of coverage you see on network news. Gone are the days of Cronkite and Severide and guys who cared about just presenting the news and not taking a side and being true journalists. You got these ass cracks with microphones who already took the job on one side of the conversation, and the job has enabled them to even go farther to that side of the conversation. That's not news. That's not media. That's not journalism. And we as American citizens should be fed up about it. And it ain't cool, guys. What is this, man? It's amazing. People are, man, I'm thrown off by it, right? I'm thrown off by it because there are people who are suffering in the Big Bend area of Florida all the way through Georgia up into North Carolina, and we're barely seeing it. And my concern is that when the media gets in bed with a particular conversation, they should be shut down too. It's just, it is so offensive to watch. People are suffering, and whoever gave the vice president that script to say $700, not at any point did she say, whoa, I'm not going to read this. I'll just say we're here to help. Let me say something, guys, who say certain people are smart. I know smart-ass politicians. I know politicians who would have looked at that note and said, no, I'm not doing this. Why? Just say help is on the way. $750 when these are readers up there, man. Those people in the mountains around Asheville who retired from the banking industry and other businesses and went to college and built families, these are readers, assholes, and they know how much money is going out of the door. They also may be Democratic readers. And let me tell you what happens when you dump on your own reader. You lose them forever. I am saying, how is this okay? I don't care what party you're in. Come on, man, $750. And she took the card from probably some young-ass goofball intern speechwriter. Yeah, read this, Madam Vice President. And she reads $750 and don't expect the people to say, bitch, I ain't voting for you. I don't care what party you in. Just don't tell them you're giving him money because they know you're giving it away already in record numbers and not to them. $9,000 to a person who sneaks into your country. EBT cards, every one of them that the migrants are holding right now have more than $750 on them. Thank you, Michelle. They don't care. They just don't care. And every time I see a poll that says, oh, yeah, she's winning in this, let's see. And this is what I'm going to know. I'm going to call bullshit. If a poll comes out next week after she goes to the microphone in a state like North Carolina who was in crisis and says, I'm going to give you $750, and these people say, hey, let me take that poll. Hell no. That is offensive. Shout out to what's happening in Chicago when people just had enough, and they like, no, don't even come over here with that bullshit. We ain't doing it. We have to step away from our emotional commitments to the party, to conversation, and call bullshit when we see it. And I didn't want to cuss tonight, guys. I'm going to go on there. I'm not going to cuss. Who are these people? Who What major politician seeking the office of president of the United States? Joe Biden wouldn't have read that $750. He'd have been like, no, I ain't reading this. When in his heyday, when he was all right, when his mind was right, he'd have been like, no, don't give me that. Bill Clinton would have said, hell no. George Bush. Nobody trying to win in a battleground state with a crisis moment after giving billions of dollars away to countries and illegal people goes to North Carolina and says, hey, let me holler at y'all. I'm going to give y'all 750. No, we don't want no damn 700. Just don't say anything. Help is on the way. But this is the type of situation we found ourselves in. So to these people who want to engage emotionally, that's fine, because people become emotional. But if you guys think that it was okay for the lady seeking the highest office in the land to go to a state that is important to her triumph and offer these people $750 when she didn't even have to say a number, and then tell them they got to sign up online. They don't have any internet. Phil, help me, man. Open the phone lines up, man. But I'm amazed, guys. When I saw that, I was like, y'all play too much. This is no way this is true. There's no way that the Democrats, I said it on the show, Phil, a few months ago, I don't know if they seriously trying to win.
Maybe not.
I don't know, guys. Gary Carroll, I don't know. I think they playing with us. I don't think they're really trying to win. And there have been several things that I've seen that make me think this. I've been around this a long time, guys. I don't know if they're serious about winning. I knew they had to put up a fight and make it look like they wanted it. I know what's coming down the pikes. The economy is not a good look right now. And if you think she can fix it, then you also need to take your ass somewhere and sit down.
All right, we got a call.
Let's go to phone lines.
You're live. Who's this?
Hey, Don, this is Pat from Florilla.
Hey, Pat
How
from
you
Florilla, Alabama.
Good to hear your voice, man. Good to see you back.
I appreciate you,
Hey,
man.
I tell you, boy, them men, they're crazy. That woman, she's just plain fool. That's about as easy as I can talk about her without being censored.
You know what's you know what's amazing, Pap? Thank you so much, Pap, and I really appreciate it. But let me say what's amazing, right? I've worked with campaigns for a long ass time. This is a shining and this is a brilliant moment. This is an amazing moment for somebody with a good team. Drop me off in the area. If you got to take me by helicopter, get me to Asheville. They got military helicopters that could have put her on the ground in Asheville. I promise you they have. If nothing but for a few minutes, I'm all this bullshit about can't get, come on, guys. They could have put her on the ground. She should have wanted her feet on the ground where the crisis is for a few minutes. Come off the plane, do a 20-minute turn.
All right, got another call.
Let's go back to the phone line. Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm good. Just want to call in and point out something that I saw. So, just by the way, this is not lazy. My name is Tom. Mm-hmm. I'm from Mississippi, California. Mm-hmm. So, it was the point where you showed all the stuff about the budget and stuff. I get that point, but that's military budget. What happened?
Hey, dude.
You can tell me if I'm wrong.
You're way wrong, and we're not having this conversation right now. You're way wrong. No. Okay, I don't give a. You almost made me say that other word. I don't give a damn if it's military budget. It's taxpayers' money. So call back when you got a better conversation. Hang up on it. He'll figure it out next call. Let me just say this. That ain't their money to just throw out the damn window, and the American people need it. Ain't it amazing how somebody can always find a way to make sense of some shit that don't make sense? Well, that money was earmarked. No, that ain't their shit to give away without giving it to us first, or at least having something left to give to us. Now, let's talk about this. Mayorkas, right? Mayorkas says, thank you so much, Michelle. I'm getting ready to get to this, that FEMA don't have the money to make it through the hurricane season. And the reason for this is a lot of FEMA's allocation of funds have gone to the illegal migrants. Now you ask yourself, well, why would FEMA give money to the illegal migrants? They were taking money from every place they could get it to service the illegals. And guess what? This is the type of stuff, I don't care what party if I'm in, whoever was in charge when I was thinking about voting and this kind of stuff went down, I ain't voting for them. Because I'm putting it squarely, the buck stops at whoever is in charge. How the hell you run out of money to the Federal Emergency Management Slow down. The Federal Emergency Management Agency. Let's just break those words up real quick. Federal means government owned it. Emergency means crisis. Storms and crisis. Management, keep it in order. Agency. So you run out of money with the organization that was set forth to manage crisis times in America to American people who paid into the system. We're on our way to get you. FEMA's coming. But no, they just gave the money to a bunch of people who ain't paid a damn thing into the system. So now the people who paid into the system needs help, and guess what? We ain't got nothing to help you with because we gave it all to them. Somebody should get voted out of the whole conversation this cycle. I don't know who you going to vote for, but I can tell you who I'm voting for. I'm going to vote. If Donald Trump ran for office in 5 minutes, I'm going to pull the level 3 times. There's no way I would vote for a party. There's no way I would vote for a party who stand by and find this okay and who can't control their top person enough to say, oh, Madam Vice President, please don't take that. Give me that card. Don't read the 750. I think we're going to offend some voters. In the state we need to win, nobody cares. Oh, no. Don't tell these people who bust their asses and bought houses and sold their homesteads in Florida and Indiana and Michigan and moved to the hills surrounding this town that they've lost it all, and here we come. We're going to give you 750, but we also want your vote. Come on, people. I don't know who wrote that speech, but they need to whoop their ass and fire them, and they need their ass whooped. Or they're trying to do this purposely. Because I know a bunch of dumbass people. I don't know anybody dumb enough to know what the situation is. And I don't like to use the word dumb. Yeah, I do. Far removed for sure. That you give somebody who's educated, who understands America's at crisis, a storm just hit a major area in a state that is important, and you don't even go to the state, and you offer them $750. I don't get it. Can somebody help me with this, Phil? Tell me, Phil. Do you get that?
I don't get it either, brother.
She could have lied on like they've been doing on the student loan. Everybody's going to get $75,000. And then when they get ready for the money, be like, oh, they wouldn't let us do it. Huh? How many times the American people been okie doke?
Right here, look at this comment from Jeff.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. That's what it means, man. America first. I'm just saying, think about this. You could have went up there and lied. They've been lying this long. Yes, I'm gonna. I was born into a middle class family, and I'm gonna give everybody $750,000. And then when the news go off and everything's fixed, be like, let the Supreme Court say they can't do that. But you still gonna get their vote, 750,000. Sure. Thank you so much, Madam Vice President. Thank you, America. Go Biden. You know, Biden, Harris, go team. And everybody waiting for their 750,000, just waiting and waiting. Then they go back in office, and the Supreme Court say they had no right to give you. What? How many people gonna get got like that on the student loan? The fact is, $750. You been at a grocery store, Madam Vice President? Probably not. That's 2 trips to the grocery store for a family of 3. Maybe more. It is absolutely ridiculous how people support people who are so far removed from what they're dealing with in their daily life. Act like you know the struggle. You know, I'd rather you bullshit me on the struggle than just not give a damn. Was there did something just pop up, Phil?
Yeah, it says $750 isn't even one trip to the grocery store.
I'm telling you, I don't go. I don't go to the grocery store. But just bullshit me. You know what I mean? If you gonna screw me, kiss me first. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna screw me, kiss me first, right? It's just so arrogant of these people to just dump on these people right in front of them, man. There's no way this lady wants to win. Thank you, Lazy. I appreciate it, Lazy Prodigy. But come on, you think these people want to win? Phil, come on, man.
It seems like they're trying everything to not.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, you don't even tell these people that. You just offended a gang of people, okay? Mm-hmm. You just offended a lot of people. Phil, what's the call-in number again?
Oh, okay. Here we go. I'll put it on the screen for y'all. It's 352-717-4071.
Yeah, it's like, look, I get it. People vote for you, pick a party. But if that would have been the party I picked, I just think I'm close enough to Jesus, and I ain't that close to him, that I'd be like, no, I can't play with them. They gonna mess with my chances, right? Because this is blatant dumping on people.
All right, we got a call.
Let's go to the phone lines.
You're live. Who's this?
Reggie.
Who?
It's Reggie. What's up?
Hey, Reggie, how you doing, Reggie? Go ahead, man.
Phil.
Go ahead.
All right, man. Hey, man. I'm just gonna give me my perspective, man. Hey, listen. I think. Hey, listen. They can. Hey, that little 750. I would tell them they can keep that because, give me some aid. That's what the people need. They need some aid. But see, what I think it is some form of voter suppression because. They stopped, like the guy with the helicopter that tried to volunteer his time with the helicopter, they tried to shut him down from doing rescue trips. Mm-hmm. Those people that tried to bring aid in to that place, you know what I'm saying? They tried to stop them from coming in, bringing aid. Yeah. So far as I'm concerned, they trying to stop those, if they stop all that, it may prevent mail-out ballots from going in, and they would rather stop Republicans from trying to vote Trump in, and that's a shame. So whatever they're up to, the shenanigans, I disagree with it.
No, I totally. Thank you, Reggie, man. Phil, what Reggie's saying is like, dude, that is look, think about this, right? Pennsylvania, you look at the states that are always in the play. Man, they should have had everybody they could find in that state moments later, right? Unless they knew something. Right? Unless, because I'm telling you, to go to a microphone and tell struggling white folk, did I have to say that? Did I have to say that? Remember what Kanye West said? Remember that, Phil? Mm-hmm. When Katrina happened, Kanye West was on the TV screen with Mike Myers. We got that. Mm-hmm. And Kanye West.
Destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Remember that? Well, I want to say to the white people in North Carolina, in the Asheville region, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris don't care about y'all. I'm going to channel my Kanye. They don't care about y'all. Remember, everybody got up in arms. How dare Kanye say this? So, black folk, pay attention. I get it. I understand. If they will do these people whose vote is valuable, who paid into the system, it ain't always about us. You hear me, Phil? Uh-huh. Some people just dump. They don't care who they are. Just dump. The game is cold. But if you are a concerned American with a vote for November. And if you live in that region and you get these people your vote, you need everything you got coming. Because you a new kind of fool. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to turn the corner, speaking of new kind of fools. Oh, did anybody watch that damn debacle of a debate the other night? I tried not to watch it. I was smoking a cigar with Real Rap Kane and some more of the brothers who read. Well, two of the brothers who read. Many of the brothers don't read. And I'm trying to watch this debate. And why did it come upon my heart to feel sorry for the little gay granddaddy? I felt so sorry for that little gay man. He was getting his ass towed out. I wanted to put a search party together. I started to call Phil and Geoff and some Lazy and some of my buddies like, hey, man, we need to put a search party together and go find Tim Walsh's ass because it got chewed off, okay? I was like, you send this little school teacher ass dude in here with a guy who just shredded him. And what's amazing to me, shout out to many of the liberal pundits who said he got his ass towed off, right? Many of them. I was watching them. They were like, oh, he got his ass tore off. David Axelrod was like, oh, they tore. But he did. If you watch that debate, did you see any of it, Phil?
You know, I'm friends with several school shooters.
Oh, okay. This guy goes on the stage running for vice president and says, I've made friends with school shooters. And I'm trying to figure out how did that play into whatever the hell was being talked about. Listen, let me just say something. I don't believe they're trying to win. I'm going to just tell you right now. Because nobody snafus like this. This has to be purposely done. Nobody. I watched that little dude. First of all, he come on there, he's sweating like a runaway slave. He's nervous. You can see he's nervous, right? Hands all pawn. He write notes real fast like he teaching the 7th grade at Montessori Elementary or some nonsense. Man, why y'all do this to this man? He got to have a family who care about him, I hope. He looked like he had nothing in the tank. You're standing next to this guy, and people are like, you know what's amazing? This is why there's some people I'm going to get cut off. I'm going to just tell y'all right now, some of y'all getting ready to get cut off. Why can't you just admit it? There's still people like, man, he won the debate. This dude can't win a debate come on. It was embarrassing. And what was more embarrassing and concerning should be to all you people who vote, no matter how you vote, was how does a guy like this get a look? How does he get a chance? How does this guy get a chance to be number 2? And you got the Susan Rices of the world and the Shapiros and the Roy Coopers and these brilliant people and Governor Moore in Maryland. So you got some sharp-ass people out there. Democrats, what y'all doing? Y'all play too much. What they doing, man? Y'all play too much. You got all these good-ass names. You got don't give me the Shapiro and the Jewish curveball. That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. Because what's going to happen in Israel, okay, it's going to happen in Israel. Don't give me you didn't pick Shapiro because he felt somebody's ass, because they all have felt somebody's ass. Okay?
We got a call.
Let's go to the phone lines, man.
You're live. Who's this?
Hi, this is Lazy. I'm calling to defend Tim Walsh. You got to understand this.
Oh,
I'm calling to defend him. First off, with the school shooting situation, he was talking to them, and they were helping him understand the plight of the victims. You get what I'm saying? So as they were taking lives, he was understanding why. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
hold on. Slow down.
Why do you need to understand why?
Yeah, for real. No, Lazy, this is a real show. No, stop. Lazy, this is a real ass show.
I hear you.
Hang up on Lazy.
I hear you.
Hang up, click. This is a real show. All these games, we ain't doing this, okay?
I hung up.
If you want to play that game over there with them, go play with Walls or Balls is balls. But don't do that today. I ain't doing that today. The fact of the matter is, You go get a guy like this. And I'm telling you, man, I was like, man, I kind of felt bad for the guy. He was way out of his league. He was outclassed. He was out intellect. I'm like, save him from himself. There had to be people. There's no way Barack Obama wasn't watching this unless he set it up.
What?
And saying, oh, my God. It was like he wasn't prepared. He was not prepared. And I don't know if he had it in him to even get to that level of engagement. So how is this okay? I want to play a clip, right, of Tim Walz talking about Tiananmen Square. He said he was in Tiananmen Square during that period, and they found out he was lying. I want to play that clip.
Wait, I don't have that one.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, the fact check?
Yes. No, the second one.
Something that Governor Walz said about the...
J.D. Vance was as slick as a needle last night.
He was too slick, maybe. He's a little too slick for...
But, okay, you can stop there. But Tim Walz said he was in China.
My fault.
When Tiananmen Square happened, right? And they find out he wasn't. He calls himself a knucklehead, right? We don't want a knucklehead vice president. And why would a grown-ass, old-ass, almost 60-year-old man who is a governor of a state say, sometime I'm just a knucklehead? We really don't want to hear that in a time when America is in crisis, sir. He should immediately been removed from the stage. Are you kidding me? You refer to yourself as a knucklehead and you want us to vote? I ain't voting for no knucklehead. I don't give a damn. I grew up with knuckleheads. I still know some. Lazy Prodigy just now called in twice on that bullshit. That's called knucklehead. But I'm just saying, I love Lazy. But what I'm saying is this. Raise your hand. Hit me up. Hit me up right now, guys, with a message real quick. I want to see how many people would vote for a guy who refers to himself as a knucklehead. Send me a message. Pop on the screen. I'm just a knucklehead. Sometime I'm just a... Sir, Mr. Sir, man. You're running for vice president number 2. I don't want a knucklehead, especially who tells us he's a knucklehead. Now, I know some knuckleheads who don't, but they don't tell you. This is a grown-ass man, almost 60, says, hey, sometimes I'm just... No, you're a liar. I'd rather you say, sometime I just lie, y'all. I just lie. My name Tim Walz. Rhymes with balls, but I just lie. Because then he lied about his military service. Oh, don't worry, nothing to see here. Listen, sir, I don't even care about the lies as much as this guy is not ready. And he's too old to get ready. Why did they pick him? Phil, tell me, you got to have an idea.
I have no idea.
Listen, give me a call. Put the phone number on the screen because I want somebody to tell. Because I'm talking to people like, man, he's really solid. You're an idiot. If you think this guy is solid, you're an idiot. He said he was his football coach. Oh, he was a volunteer football coach. You know what a volunteer football coach do? I don't know either. Right. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't know. But I'm saying, like, stop, man. At what point do we raise our hands? The American people, we should have the right to call bullshit, guys. 352-717-406. Y'all scared? Y'all scared to call bullshit? He just got look, let me just say something. The dude got walked, okay? The dude got walked. And it is frightening that there are people who don't think the dude got walked. Oh, no, he did a great job. He stood his... I saw some damn fool, Van Jones. He need to come on out, too. I think he did a great job. I think he initially out of the gate, he struggled just a little bit. But, I think he came at the end. He talked about abortion, and he hit him with the abortion curveball, and I think he just, yeah. You know what I mean? Come on. The dude, first of all, he did, put a clip up on the screen. Look at this guy right here. Is it ever important? You got anything with them two together? You ever think about this, guys. Does anybody care? Remember back in the day when a person who looks good, that could help you get some votes. I used to tell candidates to even if you didn't wear glasses, put on some glasses. let your hair down. You know, let your hair down. You know, they playing, y'all. They playing. I promise y'all, they playing. This dude come out like, look, come on, look at this cat. People are like, man, why she pick a 75-year-old man? No, he ain't even 60.
What?
No, that's a struggle life.
Damn.
Yeah, that dude, she older than him.
What?
Yeah, like don't crack.
He looked like Larry David mixed with Bernie Sanders.
But he ain't the dude ain't ready for this job. I don't mean no. You telling me that they sat down and they looked at that list. And on that list was Shapiro from Pennsylvania and these other guys, these really sharp people, and men and women. Because I'm ready for a woman, but it's got to be the right one.
But Don, you said it though. You said they're not trying to win, so that's why they didn't pick those people.
That's exactly. And my concern is, what is the real angle here? And I ain't trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but every now and then I'm a conspiracy theorist. The fact is, there are young kids on debate teams at Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University who could have outperformed that guy.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, they're college debaters who could have outperformed that dude. It's like he had nothing in the tank. It's like he really didn't want to be there, but they made him come. Play the clip of J.D. Vance when they tried to come at him.
Is it the other one I played?
Yeah.
The fact check one?
Something that Governor Walz said about the Conservative Heritage Foundation think tank's initiative known as Project 2025.
Their Project 2025 is going to have a registry of pregnancies. It's going to make it more difficult, if not impossible, to get contraception and limit access, if not eliminate access to infertility treatments.
This claim, which Governor Walz has made before, is false. Project 2025's 900-page policy document is online. You can read it. I've read it. Nothing in it proposes to make anyone register their pregnancy with the government. What Project 2025 does propose is that the federal government takes steps to make sure it is getting from every state detailed after the fact anonymous data on abortion and miscarriage. The federal government already gets this data from almost every state on a voluntary basis. Project 2025 wants to...
Okay. That was CNN. That was his channel. His channel that said, damn, y'all didn't give him the notes. The guy did not have the notes, Phil. And it's wrong. It's like they set him up to fail. Phil, I just sent you what I want. They set him up to fail, guys. And I don't think they could have helped him. I just don't think. Look, I think here's a guy on sound bites, okay, and note cards could win the state of Minnesota, which he did, right? The vetting process for the state of Minnesota may not be as significant. Yeah, he's the governor of Minnesota. Here's a guy who never had a house. He's living in the state's house, yada, yada, yada. He cares about the people. He's a volunteer coach. He supports transgenderism for 12-year-olds, yada, 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 right? Now, personally, I think he's a piece of shit, okay? But he's a nice guy. I know a lot of nice guys that are POSs, okay? They can't be vice president, nor can they be president. The level of engagement for people like this that gets pushed along. Listen, guys, I want you to hear me on this. This is the same push she's gotten. Please understand now. And my concern is, do they really want to win? You push her out there, and now you're saying, okay, they getting ready to get Trump and run for the money. They pushed her out there, so they coming with a number 2 person that's going to be bad, powerful, you know? And no, you know she's struggling. And then the struggle game doubles down.
I got the clip now. This
is my point, though. You know they pushed her out there, and even if you like her, you know, damn. Every time you hear her say something, you're like, damn, I was born in a middle-class family. You could say, can you tell me how I can get to the 3rd level of the parking deck, ma'am? I was born in a middle-class family. But the point is, so you know she's struggling, right? You know this. And then she picks a guy whose struggle game is worse than hers. Play this clip.
But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska,
He did
town of 400.
I grew up in a middle-class
rode your
family.
bike with your buddies till the street lights come on, and I'm proud of that service.
Answer the question.
I joined the National Guard at 17, worked on family farms, and then I used the GI Bill to become a teacher, passionate about it, a young teacher. My first year out, I got the opportunity in the summer of '89 to travel to China. 35 years ago, be able to do that. I came back home and then started a program to take young people there. We would take basketball teams, we would take baseball teams, we would take dancers, and we would go back and forth to China. The issue for that was to try and learn. Now look, my community knows who I am. They saw where I was at. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that. Those same
Stop, man. Y'all hug this dude, man. That dude need a hug.
He said hug this dude.
He need a hug, man. I don't know what they trying to pull off, but if he get her any votes outside of the state of Minnesota, right? And now I'm convinced that they all knuckleheads too, okay? This dude, did you hear? He never answered the question, you know.
Here, this is what Elizabeth Ann, she said. It's cut off, so I'll read it. The Democratic machine does not want competent, capable leaders. It wants puppets in office that do nothing but follow directions blindly.
Look, this ain't about directions blindly. Let's be clear, man. This ain't even about. This ain't. Play that a little bit of that for me. Okay?
Oh, the same clip. All right.
And let me tell you why I want to play this.
We'll talk a lot. I will get caught up in the rhetoric. But being there, the impact it made, the difference it made in my life, I learned a lot about China. I hear the critiques of this. I would make the case that Donald Trump should have come on one of those trips with us. I guarantee you he wouldn't be praising Xi Jinping about COVID. And I guarantee you he wouldn't start a trade war that he ends up losing. So this is about trying to understand the world. It's about trying to do the best you can for your community. And then it's putting yourself out there and letting your folks.
Did he answer the question why he lied?
No.
And that's, dude. And they always got to build Trump. Trump should have went with us. No, Trump didn't want to go with a bunch of goofballs to China, right? All right. Huh?
He want to go with knuckleheads.
You know, he's like, I'm not going with you knuckleheads. You know what I mean? He's like, I took kids to China. Guess what? They probably knucklehead-ass kids, too. The fact of the matter is, I'm convinced, you can call me, put the number on the screen. I don't know if they trying to win, dog. I ain't convinced, man. Because this cat gives this ticket nothing. Maybe Minnesota. I ain't convinced he gets Minnesota. Okay?
Really?
Oh, man. PJ, thank you, PJ. PJ says he strikes him as a kid toucher. I don't know what he strikes me as, but I can tell you he don't strike me as a vice president at all. It's just crazy that people... And I'm hearing people talk about how solid he is and, you know, he's a brilliant intellectual. Somebody said that if you don't get your ass away from that monkey shoulder, the problem is we ended up here, guys. Somehow we ended up here, man. And what is happening in North Carolina? They can't send him there, right? There's two of them running on the Democratic ticket. North Carolina is vital, right? So she can't make it because she's somewhere. Send him. They don't want to send him anywhere. Can you imagine sending him? The snafu will come out of that. Oh, I fly helicopters. I flew helicopters over Vietnam. Get your lying ass somewhere and sit down, Uncle Willie. You know what I mean? Because you know he's somebody's gay uncle.
Don, you talked about this off camera for like 2 seconds. And you didn't bring it up yet.
Mm-hmm.
About you barely brought it up, about the controlling of the hurricane stuff?
Yeah, because I wasn't going to talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the radio. Yeah, come on, man. Damn,
Come on, man.
Come on, you getting ready to put my ass
I
out
gotta
there.
hear it.
Remember the last time we got conspiratorial, they cut us off, put us off, remember?
Yeah.
Last campaign.
I remember that.
Election day live broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't going to do that. I need to get these last three things out.
Whoops.
So, yeah, we talked about him, the little old man teacher, the volunteer coach who is out here in his drawers. That's what we call it when somebody get put out there that he out here in his draws. He just running down the street in his draws. He don't even know what to say. But I can tell you, I did appreciate the civility in that dialogue. I got to tell you, it was really nice. But it was gonna be civil when you don't know shit. Can you imagine trying to go hard if you don't know shit? I could no. I'm sorry. He didn't know shit. So that's why it was civil, because he didn't know shit. Okay. And so people are like, well, he was a very nice guy, but he still didn't know shit. I need the vice president to know something. Mm-hmm. It's easy to be civil and engage properly when you don't know anything. And this is why I just don't believe this is real. Did I send you another J.D. Vance clip?
The only thing...
J.D. Vance was as slick as an eel last night.
Okay,
He was
hold on, wait.
too slick,
this
maybe.
Is how
He's a little
everybody gets the notes. Stop, pause it. This is what I've been telling people for years. How everybody, all the pundits, and they try to get me to be a pundit, and we get these notes and these emails that tell us words to use, like Sesame Street, okay? Here, use this word whenever you have a conversation.
Oh, got a phone call.
Okay. Go, let's run to the phone lines.
All right, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Lazy.
Lazy.
Come on, man. Come on. No,
I do have a serious question. Listen to me. Let's be honest.
No,
It's
man.
a geopolitical question.
No.
It's a geopolitical question.
No, not tonight. That I can't do it, man.
Okay.
There is. You say you had what?
I have it now.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
J.D. Vance was as slick as an eel last night.
He
Listen
was
to this word, slick.
too slick, maybe.
He's a little too slick for that.
Vance came off a bit slick tonight.
J.D. Vance was a very slick debater.
The slicker speaker.
I think he looked at shifty, he looked at slick.
Over and over, you heard lies and kind of slick answers from J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance changes personalities like most people change suits. Slick, slick, slick.
When you look over at J.D. Vance, you see a slick guy.
We all know, having worked.
Okay, stop it, right? So you think all of those people use slick because it just came on them? No, they got the notes. These notes, they send these notes out, and with every pundit, they pick words. They started with weird. Remember weird? Now they're on slick. Okay.
Michelle said she's trying to call in. Call back, Michelle.
Yeah, WS. So they started weird. Now they're on slick. I don't know what's going to be next. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because when you don't have anything to stand on, and your history has been dumping on people, then that's all you got. And unfortunately, there are still people who see what's transpiring in North Carolina and still will go out next month and engage in the political process for these people. And it's very unfortunate. I haven't even gotten to the pier. The White House came out in support of the dock workers, and that's getting ready to be a fiasco. Gone are the day of the great unions. This is a mess right now. You got a lot of ships out trying to bring in goods and services. What's worse than that is you've got a lot of people who panic as always. So they're running to the store, buying up non-perishables, and ain't nobody gonna have no toilet paper or paper towels, because as soon as you scare them, this is what they do. It's just a mess, man. And I just think I blame 100%. And I have to tell you this, man, so often that I'm amazed at what I'm seeing coming out of the media. It is sad, man, to watch how the media has become such a part of the demise of America. And it's frightening to watch, especially when I watched J.D. Vance on that stage the other night, and it was 3 against 1. But he held his own, and he held his own. He was eloquent. He was well-spoken. He made some points. And, of course, the first thing they say is slick and lies and slick and lies. And, I just want – look, if you can give me somebody that can – I've been got before. I don't know if you've been got, Phil. I've been got, right? Mm-hmm. And when I got by a slickster, I was like, you know what? I take that L, right? But if you get got by a dummy – if you get got by a dummy, the pain of getting got by a dummy is pain that is almost unbearable.
We got another call. Last call.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hey.
Hey, Don Miller. This is Michelle Robertson. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Michelle? Thank you for calling. What's going on?
Yeah, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on some of the stuff you're talking about. First of all, my daughter works for a major airline that has a hub in Asheville,
mm-hmm.
and lot of the coworkers from their home base were missing, and they couldn't get in contact with them. And she flew in there yesterday. Said it was a real somber flight. There was only 20 people on the flight going there, and of course, everybody's sad because this is the first time seeing all this. But she did reconnect with one of her, really good buddies who, I guess, was stuck in a house, finally escaped or got through all that, checked in a hotel room, and then had to barricade herself inside the room due to looters.
Wow.
So that's a big thing that needs to be, they need to be putting more stuff out there. But
put more stuff out there about what again?
Well, just getting more people on the
the
team
looters,
to
the
protect
looters,
people.
the looters. Right? Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. Yep. And then also, I just wanted to mention about Mayorkas and him coming out today and saying that they're running out of funds. And, because obviously they've been using those funds. So I said I made a comment in saying that if you go to the FEMA webpage to apply for funds, it'll show you how to do it. If you're, you could be an illegal, they say non-citizen, and how to apply. What? But you got to think of his history too. He was also under Obama, and he was a director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration back in 2016.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Long time. So.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it.
Just a mess. All right, bud. Take care.
I really appreciate it. Hey, Phil, do me a favor. What's the number again? Real quick. 352
717-4071.
717-4071. 352-717. We may go a little late. We may go a couple of minutes late. I got a caller I really want to talk to that's going to join us, hopefully. But, Phil, it's amazing, man, because I'm watching this, and this is to me, and the people that I've talked to that are up there on the ground, this is Katrina-like catastrophe. It's just at the same level, right? And it may be worse because it's so rural, and there's so many people. There are people you don't even know live in these pockets. I've been up there at least once or twice, and you could go up a mountain for like 25 minutes and make a quick turn down a mile highway with just a one road, one lane, and there's a big house at the end of that. So there are people up there who you got to know those mountains to know where they are. And so we don't know the casualties or how many people, but we want to continue to pray for them. It's just a tragic situation to watch, and to know that at a crisis time for the Federal Emergency Management Agency to say they're out of money because they spent it on illegal immigration is just really unfortunate. And again, if you vote for a party that has allowed the money for American citizens' emergency, that's like your emergency fund at the house, right? So you got your little emergency fund. Don't mess with the emergency fund. Put that over there. Put it in the sock drawer, all the way in the back of the sock drawer, right? And somebody come over, and they take half of the emergency fund out the sock drawer, and now you need the emergency fund, and it ain't there. And I think this is what we're seeing here. We have allocated our emergency fund on illegal immigration, which is not an emergency, but it's the new voter. And I think that's what, is the funding mechanism. This is the sponsoring of the new voter. And again, please know who you're voting for next month. And please know what the real issues of going into the polling place. They done sucked a lot of people in with this a woman's right to choose, and they stopped calling it abortion. Now they call it reproductive health. That's abortion. Come on, cut the nonsense. That's what this is about. Reproductive health, because a lot of people got into a curve where abortion wasn't as important to them, and it wasn't the issue across the board. Oh no, we can't call it that anymore because the 50-year-old women and the 45-year-old women who raise their families and blah blah blah, they don't see that as a challenging issue. So now we got to call it reproductive health. It is amazing how people get played. But I just want everybody to understand, you have to know who's talking to you, and you have to do research and have a better understanding. But I want to hit something else real quick before we go. There is a biblical crisis scenario brewing in Israel. And I just want to say this, guys, to my Christian friends, and I posted this on my social media, The Don Miller Show, on platforms, all platforms. Subscribe and like here. We need all the support you can get on the YouTube. We can get on the YouTube channel, subscribe and like. We really need the support. But I just want to say this. If you are a church-going person, if you are a member of a congregation, if you are a congregant at any level of Christian engagement, Episcopal, I don't care, whatever it is, Baptist, Southern Baptist, Pentecostal, Sanctified, Church of God, whatever it is, and you show up at church Sunday, and your pastor don't spend at least 10 minutes explaining to the congregation the significance of what's going on in Israel, then you at the wrong church. I know for a fact we are living in the broadest time of biblical illiteracy that we've ever lived in. And in the black community, it is unfortunate. I was talking to an 88-year-old white lady who echoed these sentiments with me a few days ago. We're living in the first generation of unchurched black people. Black people have always been churched. We're living in the first generation of unchurched black people, and we're living in the rapidly spreading of a biblical illiteracy. And we need to fix that, guys. Dust your Bibles off, read your word. But if you go to a church Sunday and your pastor don't mention what's happening in Israel, you need to find a new church, because your pastor is on some bullshit.
We do have one last call.
Let's take the call, man.
You're live. Who's this?
Kevin Barry.
Oh, joining me here on the show, one of my closest friends for many, many years. He is my sheriff. You ever had a personal sheriff? This is my personal sheriff. We spent a lot of nights riding on the road for beautiful Orange County when he served for more than 20 plus years as the sheriff of Orange County, Florida. He is an international specialist in terrorism, and he's my friend. He's joining me on the show. He just came back from the Middle East where he spent many years. Sheriff Kevin Barry. Hey, Kev.
Hey, Donnie, you're doing great tonight. I know you're doing a hodgepodge and hitting all the topics, but I've been watching all the notes on YouTube and all, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to get hot in Israel. It's already heating up. The word is 101st Airborne Division's already starting to deploy over there. I guess during the presidential debate, I found it funny when Kamala says there's no military in any war zones. Well, I guess they forgot about some of the Marines and Army in Syria and the Navy all over the Mediterranean. Yes. So I think that's pretty much a war zone right now.
So
having been in,
yeah. Kevin, you just got back after several years in that region. I think the last place you were in Jordan for a number of years, correct?
Yes, Donnie, I get messages at night, and they'll send me pictures of the rockets that are going in from Hezbollah and Hamas as they're trying to hit Tel Aviv. Because where I lived, you could see the dead. You could look out, and on a good day, you could see the Dead Sea. Wow. And of course, on the other side of the Dead Sea is Israel, 55 minutes away from where I was living.
So Kevin, so you were over there. You taught. You were there training these people in terrorism. You're a terrorism expert. You're rated right now, as far as I know, as one of the best in the country. What should Americans be preparing for, Sheriff?
Well, I think you've already seen some of it. You see where you're having these college protests, some of which have turned violent in favor of the Palestinian situation. Folks, that's going to continue to happen. That's going to bring more chaos. That's part of the Marxist playbook is chaos. Mm-hmm. I think you're going to see some issues that are going to go down on the street. I think you've got plenty of chaos, as you've already pointed out, in North Carolina. There's a lot of good people, National Guard and others that are trying to help out. Mm-hmm. But I say, hey, it's time to drop all this hocus pocus going to all these other countries, and it's time to focus on Southeast United States and getting those people back in shape.
You're 100% right, and it's amazing to me because you were the sheriff in Central Florida when we had 4 hurricanes come through here in a row. Remember?
Yes, 2004. You'll never forget it.
Yes, yeah, and we
Charlie,
yeah,
Francis, Gene, and Ivan.
And you you had a lot of support. Your guys were on it. Everybody had to work nonstop, and this is an environment that's on land, and now you're talking about a hilly region up in that Asheville area, and it's dispersed differently. It's got to be a challenge for whoever's in charge.
Well, absolutely. It's definitely a challenge. I think a lot of it depends on leadership. We knew many days in advance that the Big Bend area was going to get hit. DeSantis did a hell of a job getting us ready in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still recovering in Florida, but he's sending bridges and stuff, trying to save people's lives, sent some additional Florida National Guard up there. We got, you got the choppers from the Coast Guard coming in out of Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
But Donnie, the difference is the hurricanes that we had here in Orlando. That is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
When you take what the size of the scope from Cedar Key all through the Carolinas, Tennessee, and now even up into the Ohio area with rains. That is a catastrophic event.
Absolutely.
And we have to quit looking at things, oh, it's only a little bit of a disaster. Disaster my ass. I lived through one in Katrina. I was a sheriff on the ground there for all of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom line is when you have storms of that magnitude, you got to get out of the Candyland game. You got to play with the big boys. It's time to get into Monopoly or the game of life.
Absolutely.
And you got to make decisions, and you got to pull the resources.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you this, and I got beat up even by my brother the other day on Facebook. You know, I'm not saying anything nasty about Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
But, Donnie, when Haiti got hit with a volcano or a storm or whatever it was,
right,
everywhere you looked, there was a $10 donation for Haiti.
Absolutely.
Why ain't we seeing that for Southeast United States?
And we actually should be seeing it, yes.
And while we're at it, where are all these nations that we've given money to for all these years? Why ain't they stepping up and either sending rescue squads or sending some money to help those in need?
Absolutely.
And by the way, you were right on you were right on target tonight. You can take that $750 and shove it up your backside.
Hey, well, Kevin, thank you. Listen, guys, Kevin Berry is going to be joining me in the studio real soon. We're just working out some time. I love this guy. He's my friend. He was a great sheriff. He served this country at a level that people just don't understand. He's finally back in the country after several years of being abroad, teaching and training. But he has always been a friend of the show. Thank you so much, Sheriff. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Donnie.
All right.
Knock 'em dead, baby.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Phil, let's take us out of here, man. Let's go home. Thank you so much, everybody. Subscribe and like. Follow me, The Don Miller Show, on all platforms. Don't forget, D'Amica Page is still a part of this action. Follow D'Amica Page on all platforms. We thank you. I'll be back next week with a hell of a show. As a matter of fact, 2 hours.
No.
2 hours. And we're going to announce, we may have to do it at an earlier time, but stay with us. We'll let you know. We love you. We appreciate you. Follow me. Send me messages. Say hi. Just let me know you listen to me. Bye-bye, everybody.